It's time to let the good times roll. KTBS 3 and KPXJ CW21 present the 2025 Crew of Sobek Parade. Brought to you by M Group Environmental.
Well, as you see there live, the parade is getting ready to begin. They're staging there at the fairgrounds, and it is time to let the good times roll. Les bon temps rouler. Welcome to our live broadcast of the Crew of Sobek Parade 2025. The parade is set to roll any minute now, and we just saw that live shot. The crowd down farther is beginning to gather, and we are indeed excited to bring this to you today. Throws will be passed out along the way, as well as beads, and the parade starts, as you saw, at the Louisiana Fairgrounds. Good afternoon to you. I'm Brenda Teal. Here in the KTBS 3 studios, we have crews there on the scene. We've got Patrick Dennis, who is at the start of the parade. He'll also have a chance to ride in the Royal Parade and the Royal float there. You'll see that in just a moment. We also have Daniel Brown there as well. Here's the staging. This is where the parade will go. Take a look. If you're near this area, please make sure you poke your head outdoors and wave at the cars and the floats as they go past. The parade route starts at the fairgrounds. After the parade leaves the fairgrounds, it turns left onto Greenwood Road, makes a right onto Murtis Street. It heads north then and takes another right at Lakeshore Drive, and then right again on Missouri Avenue, and a final right on Pershing Boulevard, which takes it back to the starting point at the fairgrounds. The entire route covers about 3 miles, bringing a great time and Mardi Gras magic to thousands of people along the way. This year's theme, how about Candyland? And I can't think of a sweeter way to start the parade season for Mardi Gras. We do have coverage with Patrick Dennis and Patrick, and you can see downtown Daniel Brown there as well. But let's start with you, Patrick, because you've got a perfect spot to catch all the action today.
Yeah, we are actually at the very start of it. They got the sirens going very loud and everything right now. I'm going to flip it around so you all can see firsthand what we're looking at. I came to the start of the route because this is the very beginning. You got the color guard there for you right now, and then representation from the Shreveport Fire Department out here as well. So they're already this is where it gets started. Of course, they got to have their sirens going and stuff. And but yeah, this is a lot of fun. I love this parade. Folks are coming out in the neighborhood, and I know it may not be a lot of people up here front. This is at the start. When you go down where Daniel is, and we're going to go to him in just a little bit, you're going to be able to go and end up seeing a lot more people line the streets down when they make the turn down to the right. Now here you have the Caddo Parish Sheriff's Office coming on through here also. But this is right where they make the turn out of the fairgrounds and coming on out here. So this is where the start of it happens to be. That's the staging area back there. But again, the folks are out here. They're ready to start off the Mardi Gras season. Cannot think of a better way to go and end up doing it. It's the Crew of Sobek, everybody. Their parade, it rolls down the streets here of the Queensboro neighborhood, and they wanted to go and make sure they brought the parade to the people. On some of the parades, you got to bring the people to the parade. In this case here, they want to go and bring the parade to the neighborhoods so they have a chance to go and see it firsthand. They don't have to get in their car and drive anywhere. They can come on out here and see it for themselves. But this is where we are. I'm waiting around. You got to make sure that you stay tuned as well, because whenever we get a chance here, I'm going to be jumping on the royalty float. It is still a little ways back there right now, but they're going to be coming out here in just a little bit, and I'll have a chance to do that. Are we still going to Daniel? If we are, Daniel's going to be down there where they're getting ready to make that turn, and there's a lot more folks down in that area, so we'll go ahead and send things over to Daniel right now. Oh, okay. So I'm going to keep talking here a little bit longer here while we get some other things set up. Again, a little bit of a delay that you're seeing here, but this is where you see some of the folks that are lined up there. So what we're going to do now, we'll wrap things up for me, but I'll be back here. We're going to wait. Let's go back right around here and see if we have the Grand Marshal coming up here, so we'll make sure we have a shot of it for you. So we'll be here for a little bit. Brenda, feel free, though, if they put your mic up, to chime on in, my friend. But yeah, you wish you were out here today, because a lot of families and folks came in. I know there's one story out there, and I'm not going to give it away, of folks coming in from several states away because they wanted to experience Mardi Gras. But this is where we are right now, live for you here, the Crew of Sobek Parade. They've been doing this now for more than 20 years, this parade here through this neighborhood, and they kicked it all off And again, like I said, you can see the folks here lined along it, and more folks are starting to come out here gradually. Brenda, we don't see the Grand Marshal just yet. We'll go to Brenda right now. Grab me some beads.
Yeah, this is exciting. You mentioned more than 20 years. They had their first parade in 2003. They established Sobek in 2002, in April 2002. And actually, some of the members of Sobek were some of the founding members of the crew of Harambe. And so right there, you're seeing a picture of our Grand Marshal. That's Jeter Jones. He's known as the King of Trail Ride Blues. He's from Mansfield, and he's the CEO and owner of independent record label Jones Boys Entertainment Worldwide. Right there, you see the Caddo Sheriff's Department rolling past, throwing different things out, because a lot of people might be catching stuffed animals. That's one of the signature throws for the crew of Sobek. The crocodile, in fact, is their symbol, and the crocodile meaning the god of strength and power. Now, with the Sobek parade, they are founded on the elements: earth, wind, fire, and water as well. Christopher Watts, by the way, is the keeper of the earth this year. Brandon Patterson, the keeper of the wind. Erica Delaney was chosen as this year's keeper of fire. And then Barbara Bradford is the keeper of the water. All right, there he is, the Grand Marshal in that float right there. Not sure what they're throwing out, but I do know this: they are having a good time out there. And of course, with Sobek, it's all about community. All of these are a wonderful way to get to know people. They had their ball last night, which was also an amazing time for them to get together. This is a lot of work that goes into putting this parade together and bringing these people together. And what makes it all special is when they look out and they see people lining the streets, giving them away, because it's really all for the community. This one being for the Queensboro community, again, starting at the fairgrounds and winding its way through. If you're listening right now, and if you're anywhere close, please, please head outdoors. I want to tell you something else. One of the things that the crew of Sobek does is they give away 3 scholarships each year of $1,000. Look at those cars right there. Are those the tri-wheeled cars? Always fun for the kiddos to see. But they do give out scholarships each year of $1,000. And if you are in need of a scholarship for next year, make sure you go to their website. All the information is there. And we are happy to bring you the first of 5 Mardi Gras parades KTBS and KPXJ will present this season. The crew of Sobek is celebrating, again, its 22nd anniversary with its community house party, rolling its annual parade through the streets of Shreveport's Queensboro neighborhood. Sobek has more than 36 entries in this year's parade, and they're ready to make their way. They have made their way along this parade route. A lot of times other crews come alongside to help. At Barksdale Air Force Base, Honor Guard is also participating today, and so we are experiencing this with you. Watching these floats and cars roll through the streets, you can see folks running out to grab some of those throws as well. We've got 2 crews there on the scene, Patrick Dennis and Daniel Brown. Again, a little more, and we have our drone as well. Here's a close-up view of some of those who are participating in this year's Sobek parade. And another interesting fact that I found, if you're a member of the crew, you are a Sobekian. So we're seeing some of the Sobekians here participating. And again, just having a good time. And the way these crews grow, we've got about 15 crews in Northwest Louisiana. They grow by being a part of a crew and then starting your own. So here we are, we started crews here in the Northwest Louisiana in the late 1980s. And now we've grown to some 15, and it's continuing to grow. We're also seeing crews pop up in nearby cities in Arkansas and in East Texas as well. So it's beginning to fan out across the area. Let's see if we can get to Daniel. Well, no, Daniel Brown is near the end of the route, but he does have some folks there who are waiting for the parade to arrive near where he is. He grew up in Louisiana, and so this is bringing back fond memories for him as well. As soon as he's available, we'll check in with him. And as you heard, our own Patrick Dennis will have a chance to ride in that royalty float. But there's downtown Daniel Brown. You know, I finally call you downtown Daniel Brown. But Daniel, you grew up in New Orleans, right? What was it like for you when you saw the Mardi Gras parades coming through?
Well, Brenda, it's very great. Parade season is always a great time. You get family and friends to come out and enjoy the atmosphere. And growing up in New Orleans, I have an appreciation for parades. So coming up here to Shreveport, it's just like home. And the parade is here. We've had several cars roll by. We've had the safety vehicles roll by. I'm on the corner of Murtis and Greenwood. And as we can see, the crowd is very enthusiastic to receive all these throws. Several candy being thrown from some of these parade floats, beads as well. And everybody just having a great time. Chilly conditions, but having a wonderful atmosphere with their family and friends in the community coming out, jackets and hats being worn, and of course beads being worn, and so many people coming out, lined up on Greenwood, lined up on Murtis. As we can see, more cars continue to roll by, more floats will continue to come by as the parade progresses throughout the afternoon. And as we can see, a little stop here as the music is playing from some of the cars, fancy cars, slingshots. Very nice to drive as the crowd is excited for the throws to continue, as we'll continue to look down. Hundreds of people lining the streets. Oh, don't drop your phone. Young woman just dropped her phone. She picked it up to take some more pictures of this wonderful parade route here at Sobek. As we can see, kids enjoying the time, picking up candy, getting beads, getting throws. Yeah, Brenda, an awesome time, reminding me of home, and plenty of people having a great time. As we'll look back to my right, a Grambling float coming by. Grambling alumni, the Shreveport Alumni Chapter. Shout out the Tigers, Graham fam on display here in Shreveport. Brenda, a wonderful time at the Sobek Parade.
Oh, this looks amazing. I remember my first Mardi Gras parade right here in the Shreveport area. I can't imagine the energy and the fun out there. Daniel, thank you for kind of sharing your story with us as well, and what it was like to grow up seeing this there in New Orleans, and it's good to have it here in Northwest Louisiana as well. We are going to take a quick break, much more to show you along the parade route, so keep it right here. Welcome back as we continue to enjoy the first Mardi Gras parade of the season with the crew of Sobek. This is the Liberty, tell me again, this is the Linwood Charter group going here. Let's go. And you know, of course, it's always about the music. So if we can hear some of this as well, just to give you a part of the spirit of Mardi Gras. For the students, you know this is very exciting as they have prepared for weeks to walk down the streets of the Queensboro neighborhood for the crew of Sobek. Again, this is one of several parades that will take place, one of 5 that will cover for you at KTBS 3. Folks waving there at the screen. They've got beads in their hands and they're ready to throw them to the youngsters standing along the sidewalk. And so this is wonderful. The community can come together and just have a good time. Laissez bon temps rouler, right? And here we're seeing another float. If we can make out, that's the face that we want to see, isn't it? A youngster having a good time. Now this float here is staged with children throwing out, looks like beads and candy as well. We've got a double-decker. This is Queen, if you can make that out for me. Queen Moss, this is the Fred Moss family participating in this year's Crew of Sobek parade. And by the way, I have to mention that Chris Hayes, this year's king, is from the Queensboro neighborhood. Let me tell you about the Queen. The Queen this year is Vaughn Jennings. The captains are Rosalind Howard and Eric Monroe. We introduced you a little bit earlier to the Grand Marshal, and that's Jeter Jones, and again, he's from the Mansfield area. He went through a little bit earlier in the parade, and we've got a long line of cars and floats to share with you this afternoon. And lots of, oh, look at there's some Corvettes now making their way up the road. If you're interested in being a part of the Crew of Sobek, their dues are $130 a year, and you can find out more on their website. Let me tell you a little bit about what they do. They are always, all the crews are focused on community, but specifically for the Crew of Sobek, they support the Food Bank of Northwest Louisiana. They also support the Boys and Girls Club and an annual toy drive to honor former Sobek King Lloyd Thompson, also former Caddo School Board member and NAAC president. So the cars are rolling and the fun is being had this afternoon. Let's check in now and see what we do have. We will check in just a little while with Patrick Dennis, who is there. He was at the beginning of the parade. He eventually will be on board with the royalty, with the royal family this year. But in the meantime, it is wonderful that the weather has participated. We were concerned about cold weather, but because Patrick Dennis is a part of this, of course he's brought us pleasant weather today. A little cloudy, but great to just throw in a jacket and enjoy some time outdoors. This is again a live shot from the Crew of Sobek parade in the Queensboro neighborhood. And let's listen in and see if there's any music playing with this next float going past. What we're seeing now is a huge shopping cart, if you can make that out. This is the Brookshire shopping cart. And it shows up in several of the parades here in Northwest Louisiana. They're throwing out more than just beads. Looks like they've got some toys that they're throwing. Wow, did you see that cache of throws going out there? So what a fun time to see this huge, ginormous cart going down the street there. And followed by several other vehicles. We've got a few trucks there. I can't wait to see what's behind that second truck, and we're going to keep it right here so we can enjoy this moment together. We're so glad that you're taking time to enjoy the Crew of Sobek parade because they do it for you. This is why. Brookshire Superfoods right there, with lots of, looks like candy and small megaphones being thrown to the crowd there, and the folks grabbing them. So we do have, normally the Crew of Harambe would hold their parade on MLK Day, but that's been postponed now to President's Day. So we've got a longer, it's going to feel like a good long season of parades for us, which is wonderful. We got folks waving, hey, throw me some beads. I want to tell you a little bit more about the crew of Sobek. Their first parade was in 2003. Look at how the crowd is swelling now in that area. That's just what they want to see. This is the Atlas float that we're seeing. It's manned on both sides, and you can see they've got hula hoops that they'll be throwing out. And of course, your traditional beads as well. This shot from our drones, you can get a good bird's eye view of all the activity there. And again, this crew was founded in 2002 with just 9 members, and it now has 175 members. So let the good times roll, and they do a lot of work. They had their ball last night, and the party just continues on today, partying with a purpose. That purpose being the community. So it looks like we've got, what is this character on top? Who is that? That's what it was. Thank you, Logan, my director. Buzz Lightyear at the top of the float there, throwing out beads. And he's got a good arm as well. So this is our first one. This is our very first parade of the Mardi Gras season. We've got a few cheerleaders there, having a good time, getting the crowd fired up and excited. And it's just as much fun for them as it is for the crowd. Look at these girls. This is a 3-mile route. It's a nice long parade for us to enjoy. It's expected to go for at least another 30 minutes. We got the fire department there. Looks like Shreveport Fire. And here we go, another float. Now this is Crew Day ambassadors from Minden. They're part of this every year, and they're all dressed in their costumes there with our colors, purple and green, Mardi Gras flavor. And listen to the cheerleaders. Getting a little bit rowdy out there on the parade route today. Love it when you see the youngsters come out and actually participate in that parade as well. We've got another float passing through here. Let's see if we can get a closer look. Are these the Sigmas? Sigma Gamma Rho, let's go. This actually ran right in front of the Alpha house. Fraternities and sororities, always happy to participate. That's Theta by Theta there. And here we are with the Deltas. Delta Sigma Theta sorority, all in red. These are the debutantes. And it's wonderful to see how the Deltas make sure they're reaching back and helping encourage young women in the community. They do a lot of fundraising and community events, not just here locally, but nationally. So the Deltas, as well as the AKAs, doing lots of events they do. They're also active on Capitol Hill as well, so their reach goes beyond just the community that we serve. This is the crew of Sobek Parade, our first parade of the Mardi Gras season, getting the party started with you. We've got more cheerleaders coming. We're going to get in a few more sounds. I'm trying to see who this, oh my goodness, I was trying to see who that is in that truck, behind that truck. Those are the Shriners there. All right, much more parade ahead for us. We will take a quick break. You're watching our first Mardi Gras parade of the season with the crew of Sobek. We'll be right back. All right. Okay. Welcome back to the first parade of the Mardi Gras season with the crew of Sobek. We are waiting to see a band. We can hear it coming around the corner there, and everyone is getting excited about that. Look, you can see even some people dressed up. You can see they've already begun to collect several beads. You can see them strung around their neck there, but let's listen if we can hear that parade coming up the street. Not yet. When we do see that the band, it will be the band of Woodlawn High School. And so here's the parade route if you would like to participate. Started at the fairgrounds, making its way up toward Lakeshore, down Murtis, and back toward the fairground again on this 3-mile route. Now, I believe Daniel is on Murtis Avenue right now. Daniel, which float or group has brought the loudest cheer? I know they're all exciting, but what have you enjoyed the most? And what has the crowd enjoyed the most?
Well, just enjoying the music from all the floats, all the crews rolling by, everybody participating. And we just had the Deltas roll by. I know a couple of Deltas from my day in college, so they are very enthused sorority to be out here for the crew of Sobek. Love to see them out here. The Sigmas were out here earlier. We have the Black Ice dance team rolling by right now. The music blasting, giving everybody a great time here as the parade continues to roll on. Everybody getting candy and beads of all their liking and choosing. Several people very festive on this Saturday afternoon, feeling comfortable, feeling good. We're going to walk back to some of the crowd, and they're actually continuing to dance. I can't dance. I'm just going to let our camera person, Madeline, get taking the scenes a little bit more. But I did want to talk. You are having a great time out here. I love the outfit. I love the beads. Love the ensemble. Tell me your name and how long you've been coming out here to the Sobek Parade.
I'm Jordan. I've been coming out here almost my whole life. I used to be in this parade as a little kid, and now I brought my younger cousin out here. So it's been about 20 years I've been coming to this parade.
So that's awesome. And you grew up in Shreveport?
Yes.
Where'd you go to high school out here?
I went to Captain Shreve, the best high school in Shreveport, of course.
Gator Nation on display out here. So as you've been coming out here to the crew of Sobek, how much have you seen it grown over these 20 years?
Oh my goodness, it's grown so much. I remember when it was in a different location, now we're at the fairgrounds. It's so nice to see the younger generation performing and on the floats, and it's so nice to be in the audience this time and just getting to take it all in. It's beautiful how much it's grown over the years.
And having your cousins out here, the next generation enjoying it in, are you making sure they get good beads and good throws?
Oh, yeah, we're hustling. We're out here hustling. I'm teaching her all the tricks. You got to yell, you got to wave. They like throwing the kids, so we put her right in the front.
Pass the knowledge on to the next generation. Thank you so much for joining me, Jordan.
Thank you.
And Brenda, just an awesome atmosphere. I love parade season. Everybody having a great time. A little bit of a slowdown right now in terms of everybody, but we'll send it to somebody that knows where the action is. Patrick Dennis, back to you.
cloud up here, but I made it. I am now on the crew float here. This is the royalty float, and I'm tired of you looking at me. I want to show you the crowd of people there. We got a little break also, but this is the view from atop the royalty float for the crew of Sobek, and they're throwing a variety of things out. What are we throwing out here? We got beads. Yep, we got more beads. Oh, we got a duck. I see a duck there too. And the kids are absolutely loving it. This is the view from up here right now on top of the float. They're playing the music, they're having fun, and they're enjoying themselves here today. Rolling through the streets of the Queensboro neighborhood, coming on to you right now, and I actually got the front row seat of it, riding around here with the king and the queen here with us for today. And there you see what it looks like from them up above. Looks like we got some candy cane, we got a Spider-Man Pez dispenser, we got ourselves some little crabs going on there that we're throwing. We got lots of beads. Let's go to this side, take a look. We got some cups over here we're throwing. We got some more beads down here. Lots of candy as well. And throwing snacks. I got to find me some of those snacks coming up here in just a little bit. But I mean, this whole crew's been doing this now for more than 20 years. 20 years trying to make sure that they are able to go and bring Mardi Gras fun to the folks that live in and around the Queensboro neighborhood here, right here on the other side of where the fairgrounds happens to sit. But this is what it looks like. I feel sort of bad. I'm just talking over everything and let you all go and enjoy some of the view too, because this is absolutely amazing getting a chance. This is my third year that I've got an opportunity to ride with the crew of Sobek. It's sort of become sort of a little bit of a tradition there as well. To show you too, this is a team effort by our crews out here. There's the drone up above, getting the drone shots, and there happens to be more of our crews that are right over there, setting this whole thing up too. That's Jeff over there on the camera above it. And again, we have the Roman crews. You have Daniel out there also. So we're about to make the turn here. The crews here on Bird, I don't know what was said, but probably me getting ready to toss back because I'm not able to hear anything in my ear hardly at all. But if that's the case, we'll go ahead and send it back. And okay, so we're still here. Thank you, Stephanie. All of our crew behind the scenes here. So you just see, and now you get a really good idea. Check out this view here. Rounding around from Greenwood Road to Murtis. The folks are all there. They're throwing stuff. And they are collecting a lot here today. And that's what it looks like back in the back, what's still to come here for us. Not even to the end of the parade yet. This is the royalty float, everybody, of the crew of Sobek. Here today, we're making that turn down Murtis for you. If they keep going like this and all these people, hopefully they don't run out of stuff. So again, like I said, we got beads up here, stuffed items also throwing out with it. I'll try to go down here. We got to be very careful walking around while you're moving. We'll get a different vantage point. I'm getting close to the speaker too. Let you guys see what it's like down here in the very bottom part also. Families, all ages, generational for you out here today in Queensboro. And this is what it looks like riding with the royalty float. Their arms are going to be worn out by the time we get to the end of this parade. They're here for you for today. But this just shows you what it's like out here. You've heard all the stories. And what's also neat too, I had a chance to do the story in the past with the lady that, you know, made all their outfits and their formal dresses and stuff. There's Daniel. There's Daniel down there. He doesn't see me. There he is. He's out there with the folks enjoying it. And that's what we're doing right now. Letting you see it how they see it from up here from the float. You see babies out here, parents, grandparents, just soaking it up with the front row seat here today. The first parade of the year for us, the crew of Sobek parade. She's teasing them. She's teasing them with those beads. And that's what you got going on there. I have to make sure to get me some cups. We need some more fine dining cups at the house. He has it right way. He has a garbage bag, and he got one of them in there too. Big old beads there. Throwing out. Repeat that again if y'all. Yell at me in my ear, guys. Keep going for a little longer. It's very loud out here. I apologize. Okay, so again, going down here right now. Got these little fellas right here. They haven't thrown these out yet. Are they just here for viewing and going to throw them out? You're going to throw these? Yeah. Okay. But this is what it's like. I mean, they wait for this day, but they've been partying now, I think now for 3 days, basically. 3 days now they've been at it. Float, load, and party on Thursday night. Friday night, last night, they had their ball. I'm sure some of these folks are operating on very little sleep right now. And that's probably very little sleep. And they are out here, though, trying to make sure they're bringing the fun to the people of the Queensboro neighborhood. What do we got here? Oh, this is yours? Check that out. Very nice beads right there. And yes, she called it. She called it. Brenda, I'll tell you what. Front row seat here today. Front row seat. The Krewe of Sobek parade going through the streets now. And we get a special vantage point here with the royalty float with the king and queen here as they go through Queensboro. I'll send it back to you in the studio for right now.
That's good. Thank you so much, Patrick. He's riding with King Chris Hayes and Queen Von Jennings. Of course, the captain's there as well. And the party is happening also with the Krewe of Harambe. They're there. We got a glimpse of the king and the queen there, Queen Marquis and Damien, the king this year. And so we're having a great time. We've got marching bands, the music. One of the songs that I heard, these are the Kappas right here. I know this fraternity quite well. My son is a member of the Kappa fraternity. And so, yeah, they're bringing the party for us. One of the songs that I heard playing as Patrick was live was We're Not Going Home. And that's the feeling you have with the parade. You just don't want it to end. When you see that last float go past, your heart sinks a little bit, but still the rush of excitement for as long as the parade is going along is just magical. It's just magical. I'm just going to read off some of the names. I saw the Jack and Jill group participating as well today. We've got the Sigma Gamma Rho. We've got Alpha Kappa Alpha, the Sesla brand, Krewe of Ambassadors. Lots going on. We've got the Raiders, the marching band there that we're watching now. Should we listen in on this a little bit? Let's listen in. Let's go. And the thing about Mardi Gras Parade, it's okay to dance in the streets as well. So much fun as you're trying to get the attention of the floats going past to throw you beach, but it's just one big party. It's the rhythm of the city today in Queensboro. Again, some of those who are participating today, that big blue float that you see in the background, that big blue float is the float of the Krewe of Sobek. We've got our eyes peeled for that. And there it is. That's not it? Wait a minute. But they're having a good time. That's not the Krewe of Sobek parade, but it is a happening float. And they're partying and having a good time with family and friends there. Trying to catch some of the signs in the front of their shirts. But as we try and do that, as we try and figure out what float this is, I'll tell you about some of the others. We've had KMS Cheer. We've had Southern Hills represented. The Caddo Teachers Association also showed up today. We did get a glimpse of the Delta Debutantes. They walked through a little bit earlier. These are the friends and family of the Krewe of Sobek. So they have grown, and what happens is sometimes it grows so big, they peel off and start another crew. And you know what that means for us? Another party, of course, because we do have a good time here during Mardi Gras season. Here's some music. Let's listen in on this. This is Big Blue. There's the song, They're Never Going Home. And it's okay to dance along if you're watching from home right now. This is the last float. Again, as I said, when you see that last float go past, it's a bit of a letdown, but you also have to remember what a wonderful time it brought. Until next weekend, when there's another Mardi Gras parade. Because we aren't going home. The spirit of Mardi Gras does not have to leave you, even after we have seen the last float. And they're just throwing out confetti now and large stuffed animals as well, because this is the big blitz at the end. This is the big crescendo of fireworks, if you will, and a wonderful party. Still very comfortable out there with the weather participating. We've got 4 more parades to share with you this Mardi Gras season, and we just don't get enough of this. All right, I'm going to just run down a few more names as you look at the parade going down the road there, lined with those who are celebrating the Krewe of Sobek and this wonderful community event. We have seen Linwood Chapter School go past. We've seen the Shreveport Funeral Home. We've seen Slingshot Nation, the Booker T. Washington High School Band. And Daniel Brown has been a part of this. He's talked to some folks there who have grabbed beads. And they love Daniel Brown, as you said, to throw to the youngsters. And so who have you found now, Daniel, as this parade begins to wind down?
Well, Brenda, thousands of people have come out here to enjoy the Krewe of Sobek. We're on the corner of Greenwood and Meredith. So the last parade, last float just passed by, so people starting to collect their belongings and head out of here. But thousands of people, as I said, from the Shreveport community, from the surrounding area, some people actually making their way from across the country. Yeah, he's on the news. And some people that are enjoying the parade, enjoyed the parade, making their way from Oregon. Oregon, okay. So introduce yourself to the Arklatex. Just what did you think of the Krewe of Sobek parade?
I'm Jeanette Bonsteel. I'm traveling with my sister Janice and my husband David. We loved it. You guys know how to have a party.
That's awesome. So you're traveling around the country, and where are you from? Where are you traveling from originally?
We're from Oregon, and we've traveled all the way across the United States and landed in Louisiana trying to get away from the cold weather.
So, a little chilly, I guess, but nothing compared to what you see in the Pacific Northwest.
Not bad weather. This is good weather.
Yes. So was this your first parade in Louisiana?
Absolutely, first one ever. It was. You guys know how to do it.
That's awesome. So enjoying some time. Have you been able to have a chance to have some of the cuisine of Louisiana? What have you enjoyed so far?
Yeah, it's so funny. We spent all day yesterday looking for a barbecue place because we want to barbecue. Everywhere we went was either gone, pulled out, or closed. And we parked here for the parade and looked behind our truck. We could hook onto it and take it home.
Awesome.
What was it called? A's. It was called Somebody's A's Barbecue. It was great.
Well, that's awesome. We're glad that you had a great time here at the Krewe of Sobek Parade. Have a safe travel around the country and enjoy your time for the rest of your time here in Shreveport. So the people winding down, people going on home, somebody that's sticking with the parade is Patrick Dennis, who's on the float still, I'm assuming. Patrick, how's it looking for you?
Okay, yeah, we are still winding. I have with me the
Thank you so much.
so tell us.
All right, he was there just about to introduce to you the queen of this year's Sobek Edge. That is Queen Von Jennings, and also King Chris Hayes as well. The party is not over. We've got a little lanyap for you, as they say here in Louisiana. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to share some more sights and sounds from the Krewe of Sobek Parade. I wasn't me. Welcome back to our special coverage of the Mardi Gras Parade. The crew of Sobek rolling today. Sobek's Royal Court took center stage at the ball. Chris Hayes is Sobek's king, 22. He reigns along with Queen Von Jennings. Here are a couple of other members of the Royal Court. Rosalind Howard and Eric Monroe are this year's co-captains. Sobek also pays tribute to the basic elements of the universe. Christopher Watts is a keeper of the earth. Brandon Patterson is a keeper of the wind. Erica Delaney was chosen as this year's keeper of fire, and Barbara Bradford is the keeper of water. In this year's parade, Grand Marshal was Jeter Jones. He's known as the king of trail ride blues. He's from Mansfield, and he's the CEO and owner of independent record label Jones Boys Entertainment Worldwide. A lot of hard work goes into putting on a big event like this one. Parade Chairman Michael Harris says seeing the smiles from the crowd on parade day makes it all worthwhile.
1 year for Christmas, we donated 100 bikes to the kids in the community. And while we were rolling in the parade, we saw the bikes that we donated being ridden by the children. And that was really, really special for me, just to see that, to see our work in the community still going on.
Absolutely, because that's really what is at the heart of it all. Now, if you've missed any of today's parade or just want to see it again, we'll air it again today at 4 o'clock on KPXJ. The crew of Sobek is always looking for new members as well. It's open to anyone over 21 years old. Dues are $130 a year, and you can find out more information about the crew on their website. And we do want to take a look at some of the other conversations that we've had. Here is our interview that we recorded a little bit earlier. Let's take a listen.
We're so pleased to have with us the royal family.
Yes.
King Chris Hayes, chef, welcome.
Thank you, welcome.
And Queen Von Jennings, thank you for joining us here.
Yes.
Thank you. And Michael Harris, glad to see you. You are the parade chairman. So tell us what's going to be different about the parade of Sobek, of the crew of Sobek this year.
Our Sobek throws.
Love
we
'em.
have plenty
Love
of Sobek throws. We have umbrellas we'll be throwing. We have hula hoops that we'll be throwing. There's a variety. Also, there's a duck that I saw the other day in our den that will be thrown. So there will be some new items that will be thrown.
And the route, again, it goes through
our route, yes. We leave from the fairgrounds at 1 o'clock p.m. We're going to go to Murtis Street, make a right turn, go north on Murtis up to Lakeshore. Then we'll make another right turn on Lakeshore, and we'll head east toward Missouri. Then we'll make another right on Missouri, head south back to the fairgrounds.
And King Chris, I mean, this is something that is dear to your hearts, the crew of Sobek.
Yes.
Tell us what this means for you to be representing Sobek in front of the community.
It means a lot because I grew up in the community of Queensboro, and exactly the same streets we will pass on, those are the streets I grew up on. That means that we can give back to the community, let the community know we're here. If you guys need anything, just let us know. We are door knock, phone call away, and like I said, we set the bar starting the year.
You do indeed. And I have to say the medallions, personalized medallions, oh, they're beautiful with King Chris here and Queen Von right there. And Queen Von, tell me, you look lovely, by the way, with all this finery. Tell us what it's been like to be a member of the Royal Court.
Oh, it is absolutely wonderful. We have a beautiful crew that's so gracious. They've been so kind. We can't thank them enough for how they've embraced us and celebrated us as King and Queen. That really means a lot. And we're just looking forward to this Sobek weekend, our float loading party on Thursday, our ball, the parade. And so we want everyone to come out and enjoy the Sobek weekend.
Fantastic. And of course, that parade will be broadcast courtesy of KTBS. And here's the time. It will be from 4 to 5 p.m. on KTBS, KPXJ. And again, the parade itself starts at 1 p.m. on Saturday, January 18th, very first parade of this Mardi Gras season, and way to kick things off.
Absolutely. A good time was had today, and Patrick is still having a good time. He's on the Royal Float. Let's check in with him one more time. Hey, Patrick.
Hey there, Brenda. Yeah, we are out here again. I actually have with me right now the Queen herself up here in the front. So let's talk a little bit about Queen Vaughn. What does this mean? Finally, the day is here. What does this mean to come to see all these folks out here today?
Oh my God, the build up for this moment is absolutely fabulous to be here in the community with the people, bringing Mardi Gras to them, helping them celebrate Mardi Gras. We're so excited and honored to be able to do this for the community of Queensboro.
So what kind of things are you throwing out here today?
So we have pearls.
Okay, so some pearls there. What else we got?
We also have
some of those down there. I saw, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That's some of your royalty beads.
We got some royalty beads. We got the Queen's bead.
Yep, looks nice there.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So
And
folks
we
are
got
out here today. They're
some
some hula hoops.
Yeah.
She's been throwing some of those. We got our gnomes there too. There you go.
Yeah.
Mardi Gras gnome there as well. But yeah, this has been a blast here today. Going through the Queensboro neighborhood. You get different pockets where there's a few more people there too. What we got over here? What we got here?
That's Flucky.
There's the duck.
That's Sobek Flucky. Yes, we love Flucky.
Yeah.
And we got a bunch of Fluckies to throw today. So
okay.
we're excited.
Brenda, we're having an absolute blast out here today. We've made that we've made that turn, and so now we're sort of like we got to get down, I think, to Missouri and make that turn back up. Every once in a while we have little stops here, but again, a lot of fun. And when we get to the stop area, they don't throw anything. There they are down there at the bottom. They can't throw anything right now. They're not supposed to because we're stopped. So, but that's what we're doing right now. But it's been a blast here today around with the royalty that are here with us. And they're just having a lot of fun here, throwing a lot of things out, a lot of beads out, stuffed animals out, candy,
What
and
kind
other
of
items.
throws we got left?
Here, and so we're getting ready to start moving once again.
We got
We're going to wrap it up here with our coverage here in just a
some
moment
balls over
as
there.
we continue along the route here. Still got a little ways to go, up here too. And I got Vaughn's up here. We got the King up here. Oh, here we go. Let's see what we got. Throw them out there. You got Shreveport Police here on the scene as well out here today. Oh, there was something nice thrown out. I'm not really sure what that was. But we're going to wrap up here with our coverage for us. A beautiful day. It's a little bit cloudy for us for today. We got cloudy today. So cloudy today for us here, but the weather's turned out to be perfect. But anyway, we're going to wrap it up here. Brenda, we'll send it back to you. I got my front row seat here for the crew of Sobek from the Royalty Float.
Patrick, I have to ask, this must be amazing for Chris Hayes, who's from the Queensboro community. Any reaction from him this afternoon?
Right, it is.
All right, well, we're going to wrap up here. We're going to wrap up here. Have a good time out there, and I hope that you have had a great time enjoying the parade as well. Still going on, and again, it never ends in our hearts. The crew of Sobek is always looking for new members. It's open to anyone, again, over 21 years old. Dues are $130. Thanks to the crew of Sobek, and thanks to you for joining us. Have a great afternoon.
3 and KPXJ CW21's coverage of the 2025 Crew of Sobek Parade, brought to you by M Group Environmental. Thanks for watching and happy Mardi Gras.
Woo.